Commander Lee Dae-ho stared at the screen in his command center. The numbers made no sense. After 300 years, Earth was sending signals into space. Not just any signals, energy readings that his best scientists could not explain. "Sir, you need to see this," said Dr. Park So-jin, rushing into the room. Her face was pale with excitement. "The readings from Earth are impossible. The planet is alive with energy we have never seen before." Dae-ho had spent 45 years in space, leading what remained of humanity after the aliens forced them to leave Earth. The Galactic Council had called humans too dangerous, too violent, too unpredictable. They had given humanity a choice: leave Earth forever or be destroyed. Most humans had scattered across the galaxy, finding work where they could. Some became soldiers for hire. Others worked in mines or space stations far from their home. But Dae-ho had kept the largest human fleet together, always hoping to return home someday. "Show me the data," Dae-ho said. So-jin activated the holographic display. Earth appeared in the center of the room, but it looked different. The planet glowed with soft blue and green light. Strange energy patterns moved across its surface like living things. "The electromagnetic field around Earth has changed completely," So-jin explained. "It is 10 times stronger than it was when we left. And there is something else. The energy seems to respond to our presence. When our scout ships got close, the reading spiked." Captain Kim Tae-woo entered the command center, still wearing his flight suit. His ship had just returned from the edge of human space, carrying refugees from a mining colony. "Commander," Tae-woo said, "I heard about Earth. Is it true? Are we finally going home?" Dae-ho looked at his old friend. They had served together for 20 years, fighting battles across the galaxy just to survive. Tae-woo had never lost hope that they would see Earth again. "Maybe," Dae-ho said. "But we need to be careful. We do not know what we will find there." Engineer Choi Min-ae, the youngest member of the command staff, was studying the energy readings on her tablet. At 26, she had never seen Earth. She was born on a space station in the Outer Rim, but she had spent her life dreaming of the homeworld her parents described. "Commander," Min-ae said, "I think Earth is trying to talk to us. These energy patterns are not random. They follow mathematical sequences that match human brainwaves." The room fell silent. The idea seemed impossible, but Min-ae was their best engineer. If anyone could understand strange technology, it was her. "Prepare a scout mission," Dae-ho ordered. "Tae-woo, take a small ship and get close to Earth, but do not land. We need to know if it is safe." 3 days later, Tae-woo's ship approached the solar system. As they got closer to Earth, strange things began to happen. The ship's instruments worked better than they ever had before. The crew felt more alert, more focused. "This is impossible," said Tae-woo over the radio. "Our engines are running at 150% efficiency, and I feel different, stronger." As Tae-woo's ship entered Earth's atmosphere, the crew gasped. The planet was beautiful beyond imagination. Forests floated in the air, held up by glowing crystals. Mountains made of pure energy stretched into the clouds. The oceans sparkled with light that seemed to dance, but the most amazing thing was what happened to the crew. Within minutes of entering the atmosphere, they could think faster and see more clearly. Their bodies felt lighter but stronger. When one crew member cut his hand on a broken instrument, the wound healed in seconds. "Commander," Tae-woo reported, "Earth is not just alive. It is waiting for us. I can feel it. The planet knows we are here, and it is happy." Back on the command ship, Dae-ho made a decision that would change everything. He activated the fleet-wide communication system. "Attention all ships," he announced. "We are going home. After 3 centuries in exile, humanity returns to Earth. All ships prepare for final approach to Earth." The response was immediate. Cheers echoed through the corridors of every ship. People who had lived their entire lives in space were finally going to see the world their ancestors came from. As the human fleet approached Earth, the planet's energy field grew stronger. Ships that had been held together with spare parts and hope suddenly ran like they were brand new. Sick people began to feel better. Old wounds that had never healed properly started to mend. Dr. So-jin worked day and night to understand what was happening. Her readings showed that Earth's biosphere had evolved specifically to help humans. The planet had spent 300 years preparing for their return. "It is like Earth remembered us," she told Deho. "Every change, every evolution is designed to make humans stronger and healthier. The planet has been waiting for its children to come home." On the day of landing, 10,000 humans set foot on Earth for the first time in 3 centuries. What they found was beyond their wildest dreams. The air was pure and sweet. The ground felt warm and welcoming under their feet. And everyone who breathed Earth's atmosphere began to change. Deho stood on a hill overlooking the landing site and felt power flowing through his body. His mind was clearer than it had ever been. He could see patterns in everything around him. The way the wind moved, how the plants grew, even how his people moved and thought. "What has happened to us?" asked Sojin, but she was smiling as she said it. "Earth has given us gifts," Deho replied. "But I think there is a reason. The planet is preparing us for something." As night fell on their first day home, the humans looked up at the stars. Somewhere out there, the aliens who had exiled them continued their lives, thinking humanity was broken and scattered. They had no idea that Earth had been preparing its children for their return. They had no idea that humanity was about to become something the galaxy had never seen before. Minnie was already planning the first permanent settlement. With her enhanced abilities, she could see how to build cities that would grow from the ground itself, powered by Earth's living energy. Tae-woo was training new pilots, teaching them to fly ships that responded to thought as much as touch. So-jin was documenting every change, every enhancement, knowing that this was just the beginning. And Deho was preparing for the day when the galaxy would discover that humanity had returned home. He knew that day would come soon, and when it did, the universe would learn that Earth's children were no longer the weak exiles they remembered. The planet hummed with energy around them, welcoming them home and making them ready for what was to come. 1 month after landing on Earth, Commander Deho could run faster than any human in recorded history. He could lift weights that would have crushed him before. His mind processed information so quickly that he could solve complex problems in seconds. He was not the only one. Every human on Earth was changing. Dr. So-jin had documented hundreds of enhancements. People could see in perfect darkness. They could hear conversations from miles away. Wounds healed in hours instead of weeks. "The changes are accelerating," Sojin reported to the daily briefing. "Yesterday, engineer Minnie built a shelter by thinking at the ground. The Earth itself shaped into walls and a roof. She did not use any tools or machines." Minnie blushed at the attention. She was still getting used to her new abilities. When she focused on a pile of raw materials, she could see exactly how they should fit together. Metal bent to her will. Stone carved itself into perfect shapes. It was like the planet was helping her build. "The ships are changing too," reported Captain Tae-woo. "The metal hulls are growing stronger. The engines run on half the fuel they used before. And when I fly, it feels like the ship knows what I want before I touch the controls." Deho nodded. He had felt it too when he piloted his command shuttle. The ship responded to his thoughts as much as his hands. It was like flying had become a conversation between pilot and machine. But the most amazing change was happening to their technology. Weapons that had been crude and unreliable now fired with perfect accuracy. Computer systems processed data at impossible speeds. Communication equipment could reach across the galaxy with crystal clear signals. "Earth is not just healing us," Sojin explained. "It is teaching us. Every breath we take, every step we walk, the planet shares more knowledge with us." 3 months into their return, the first human settlement was complete. But it looked nothing like the crude shelters they had planned to build. Minnie had guided the construction of a city that seemed to grow from the Earth itself. Buildings rose from the ground like giant trees, their walls made of living crystal that glowed with soft light. Streets curved naturally around hills and streams. Parks bloomed with flowers that sang in harmony with the wind. "How did you do this?" Deho asked Minnie as they walked through the city center. "I did not do it alone," she replied. "Earth showed me how. The planet has been planning this city for centuries, waiting for us to come back and build it." The transformation was not just physical. Humans were becoming smarter, more creative, more intuitive. Scientists solved problems that had puzzled them for decades. Artists created works of beauty that moved people to tears. Engineers designed machines that seemed impossible by old standards, but they were also becoming something else, more connected to each other and to Earth itself. Dae-ho could sense the emotions of his crew from across the settlement. So-jin could feel the health of every plant and animal around her. Tae-woo knew the exact location of every ship in orbit without looking at a scanner. "We are becoming what Earth needs us to be," So-jin said during one of their evening discussions. "The question is, why does Earth need us to change?" The answer came from an unexpected source. Ambassador Yul Gon-woo had spent years representing humanity to the Galactic Council. He lived on a space station far from Earth trying to maintain diplomatic relations with the aliens who had exiled them. His latest message was urgent. "Commander," Gon-woo's image appeared in the communications center. "The galaxy knows you have returned to Earth. Alien scout ships have been detected at the edge of the solar system. They are watching you." Dae-ho was not surprised. They had expected this. "What are they saying?" he asked. "They are afraid," Gon-woo replied. "Reports are spreading through alien space about humans with impossible abilities. They say you can fly ships with your minds and build cities overnight. The Galactic Council is meeting to discuss the human problem again." So-jin looked worried. "Do they plan to attack?" "I do not know," Gon-woo said. "But 3 major alien powers are forming an alliance: the Kultan Hegemony, the Vorth Empire, and the Nexari Collective. They have never worked together before." After the transmission ended, Dae-ho gathered his staff on the highest tower of their new city. The view was spectacular. Rolling hills covered with crystal formations stretched to the horizon. In the distance, the ocean glowed with bioluminescent life. "Earth has made us strong," Dae-ho said. "But I think it made us strong for a reason. We may need to defend our home again." Tae-woo was studying the tactical displays. "Our ships are faster and more powerful than they were before, but we still have only a few thousand vessels. The aliens have millions." "Numbers may not matter anymore," Minnie said quietly. "Yesterday, I watched a training flight. Our pilots moved their ships in ways that should be impossible. They dodged laser fire that was already past them. They fired weapons that curved around obstacles to hit targets." So-jin had been analyzing the data from their enhanced technology. "Our ships are not just faster and stronger. They are smarter. The AI systems have evolved beyond anything we designed. They learn and adapt in real time." "And so do we," Dae-ho added. "Every day we understand more about what Earth has given us. Every day we become more capable." That night, as the enhanced humans slept in their crystal city, Earth's energy field pulsed with purpose. The planet was preparing its children for the trials ahead. Deep beneath the surface, ancient systems activated. In orbit, human ships began to change and evolve. Dr. So-jin's final report of the day noted something remarkable. The enhancement field around Earth was growing stronger and expanding outward. Human colonies and other star systems were starting to report similar changes in their people. "Earth's gift is not limited to our planet," she wrote. "It follows us wherever we go. Humanity is transforming throughout the galaxy." On a Kultan warship at the edge of the solar system, Admiral Krevex watched the energy readings from Earth with growing concern. The small blue planet glowed like a star in his sensors. The energy output was off the scale. "How many humans are down there?" he asked his science officer. "Our estimates suggest fewer than 50,000, came the reply. "And they are generating this much energy? What are they doing?" "Unknown, sir, but whatever it is spreading. We are detecting similar energy signatures from human settlements in 12 other star systems." Admiral Kravex made a decision that would echo across the galaxy. He activated the fleet-wide communication system. "All ships maintain observation distance. Do not approach the human planet, and send a message to the Hegemony High Command. Tell them humanity has become something we do not understand. Tell them we need every ship we can find. As the alien fleet watched from the darkness of space, the humans on Earth continued to evolve. They did not know that the galaxy's most powerful civilizations were already planning their destruction. They did not know that the largest military force in galactic history was being assembled to stop them. But Earth knew, and Earth was making sure its children would be ready. The emergency session of the Galactic Council took place on Centrum Prime, a neutral world where 47 different alien species made their laws. Ambassador Yulgon Wu stood alone in the center of the Great Chamber, surrounded by thousands of hostile alien representatives. Supreme Chancellor Vex Maltheron of the Calton hegemony rose to speak. His reptilian features were twisted with anger and fear. "The humans have violated the Exile Treaty," he declared. "They were forbidden from returning to their homeworld. Now they mock our laws and threaten galactic peace." A murmur of agreement rippled through the chamber. Gan Wu remained calm, though he could feel the weight of enhanced abilities flowing through his body. Even here, millions of light years from Earth, he was stronger and faster than he had ever been before. "Honored Chancellor," Gan Wu replied, "humanity has claimed only our original homeworld. We have attacked no one. We threaten no one. We ask only for the right to exist in peace." General Herthak of the Vorth Empire slammed his forearms on his speaking podium. "Peace? Your species builds cities overnight. Your ships move in ways that violate physics. Our scouts report that human vessels can dodge weapons fire that has already hit them." "Impossible claims," Gan Wu said calmly. "Then explain this." "Chancellor." Maltheron activated a holographic display that filled the center of the chamber. The recording showed a human ship being fired upon by a Calton patrol. The human vessel twisted through space like a living creature, avoiding laser blasts with impossible grace. Then it fired back, a single shot that curved around an asteroid to strike its attacker with perfect precision. The alien representatives erupted in frightened chatter. Many had never seen anything like it. Overmind Zalana of the Nexari Collective floated forward, her ethereal form shimmering with psychic energy. "We have probed the minds of humans in the outer territories," she said in her musical voice. "They are different now, evolved. Their thoughts move too fast for us to follow. Their consciousness is connected to something vast and powerful." Gan Wu felt a moment of concern. The Nexari were master telepaths. If they could not read human minds anymore, it meant Earth's enhancements had changed humanity in fundamental ways. "The evidence is clear," Chancellor Maltheron continued. "Humanity has become a threat to galactic stability. They possess technology beyond our understanding. They display abilities that should not exist, and they are spreading their influence to human populations across the galaxy." It was true. Reports were coming in from dozens of star systems. Humans everywhere were beginning to change, becoming stronger and smarter. Their technology was evolving at an unprecedented rate. "What do you propose?" asked Ambassador Thresh of the Aquatic Coalition. "Complete surrender," General Herthak declared. "The humans must abandon Earth immediately. Their enhanced individuals must submit to study and containment. Their advanced technology must be turned over to the Galactic Council." "And if they refuse?" Gan Wu asked. The chamber fell silent. Finally, Chancellor Maltheron spoke the words everyone was thinking. "Then we will take these measures by force. A combined fleet of all three major powers is already being assembled. 10,000 ships from the Calton hegemony, the Vorth Empire, and the Nexari Collective." Gan Wu felt his enhanced abilities surge as anger filled him. For a brief moment, his perception accelerated so much that the alien representatives seemed to be moving in slow motion. He could see their fear, their desperation, their certainty that humanity had become something too dangerous to tolerate. "You would attack a peaceful world?" he asked. "We would defend the galaxy from a species that has become unpredictable and powerful," Overmind Zalana replied. "Your transformation changes everything. We cannot allow humanity to continue down this path." "Then deliver our ultimatum to your leaders," Chancellor Maltheron commanded. "Earth must be abandoned within 30 standard days. Enhanced humans must surrender themselves for study. Failure to comply will result in the complete annihilation of your homeworld." Back on Earth, Commander Daeho received Ganwoo's report with calm determination. The Leadership Council gathered in the Crystal Chamber at the heart of their capital city. Dr. Sojin, Captain Taewoo, Engineer Min-ae, and a dozen other enhanced humans discussed their response. 10,000 ships, Taewoo said thoughtfully. That is the largest fleet in galactic history. Numbers have never been humanity's strength, Daeho replied. We have always had to be smarter and more determined than our enemies. Sojin was analyzing tactical data on her organic computer interface, information flowing directly into her enhanced mind. Our ships are superior individually, but we have fewer than 3,000 vessels. Even with our advantages, the odds are overwhelming. Maybe the odds are not what they seem, Min-ae said quietly. She had been communing with Earth's consciousness, learning more about the planet's plans. Earth has been preparing for this moment for 3 centuries. Every enhancement, every gift we have received, was designed for what is coming. What do you mean? Daeho asked. Min-ae walked to the chamber's central crystal, placing her hand on its glowing surface. Images filled the air around them. Visions of human ships moving like schools of fish, of weapons that fired pure energy, of defensive systems that turned attacking forces against themselves. Earth has been teaching us to fight in ways the galaxy has never seen, she explained. Our ships do not just move faster, they move in harmony with each other and with space itself. Our weapons do not just hit harder, they adapt and learn from each shot. Our defenses do not just block attacks, they absorb and redirect enemy fire. Taewoo was studying the tactical projections with growing excitement. It is like we are not just individual ships anymore. We can fight as one massive organism. Because that is what we are becoming, Sojin added. The enhancements are not just making us stronger individually, they are connecting us into something greater. When we fight together, we will be more than the sum of our parts. Daeho made the decision that would determine humanity's fate. He activated the quantum transmitter that would carry his message across the galaxy. To the Galactic Council and the assembled alien fleets, he said, his voice carrying the quiet authority of someone who had been transformed by Earth itself. Humanity rejects your ultimatum. We claim Earth as our rightful home. We have attacked no one and threatened no one who does not threaten us first. But we will defend our world and our people with every ability we possess. He paused, allowing his words to be translated into dozens of alien languages. You exiled us 3 centuries ago because you feared what humanity might become. Now you will discover that your fears were justified. The transmission ended. Across the galaxy, alien leaders received humanity's response with a mixture of rage and terror. The great fleets began their final approach to Earth, confident in their overwhelming numbers but uncertain about what they would face when they arrived. On Earth, enhanced humans prepared for war, but they were not afraid. Earth hummed with power around them, and they could feel the planet's confidence in what its children had become. The galaxy would learn that humanity had not just returned home, they had returned transformed, enhanced, and ready to fight for their right to exist. The battle for Earth was about to begin, and neither side fully understood what they were truly fighting for. The combined alien fleet appeared at the edge of the solar system like a metal storm. 10,000 warships stretched across space in perfect formation. Supreme Admiral Kethrin Vox commanded the Kaltan forces from his flagship, a massive dreadnought that could destroy planets. General Herthak's Vorth battle cruisers bristled with weapons designed to crack space stations in half. Overmind, Zelana's Nexari vessels shimmered with psychic energy, ready to break the minds of their enemies. Scan the human planet, Admiral Vox ordered. I want to know exactly what we are facing. The readings that came back made no sense. Earth was surrounded by what appeared to be a defensive grid of crystalline structures, but they were not built. In orbit, they had grown from the planet's surface and extended into space like glowing branches. Energy flowed between them in patterns that hurt to look at directly. Sir, reported the Kaltan science officer, the human planet is generating more energy than our entire fleet, and there are only 2,000 human ships defending it. Admiral, Vox laughed. 2,000 ships against 10,000, this will be over quickly. But as the alien armada moved closer to Earth, strange things began to happen. Human ships did not form traditional battle lines. Instead, they flowed through space like liquid, constantly moving and shifting position. They seemed to communicate, without using radios, responding to each other's movements with perfect coordination. Captain Taewoo led the first wave of human defenders. His ship, once a simple transport vessel, had been transformed by Earth's influence into something that seemed more grown than built. The hull curved like living bone, and the engines pulsed with organic rhythm. All ships, he broadcast on the enhanced communication network that connected every human pilot. Remember what Earth has taught us. We are not fighting as individuals. We are one mind with many bodies. The alien fleet opened fire first. Thousands of laser cannons and particle beams lit up space with deadly light. Any normal fleet would have been destroyed instantly, but the human ships moved in ways that seemed to break the laws of physics. Taewoo's vessel twisted sideways through dimensions that should not have existed, emerging behind a Colton destroyer. His weapons, no longer crude projectile cannons but focused energy that responded to his thoughts, struck with surgical precision. The enemy ship systems simply shut down, its crew unharmed, but their vessel powerless. All around the battlefield, similar scenes played out. Human ships avoided attacks that had already hit them, firing weapons that curved around obstacles to find their targets. When alien vessels tried to ram them, the human ships became insubstantial, allowing their enemies to pass harmlessly through them. "This is impossible," General Herthak roared from his command ship. "They are violating every law of physics." Engineer Min-A was coordinating Earth's planetary defenses from the Crystal City. Her consciousness was linked directly to the planet's EMA systems, allowing her to see the entire battle as if from above. She could feel every human ship, every alien vessel, every energy discharge. "Activate the resonance grid," she commanded with her thoughts alone. The crystalline structures around Earth began to sing, a harmonic frequency that disrupted alien technology while enhancing human systems. Suddenly, the invading fleet found their weapons firing weakly while their shields failed. Meanwhile, human ships became faster, stronger, more responsive. Dr. Sojin was leading the medical response, but in this new kind of war, healing and fighting had become the same thing. She could sense the life force of every combatant, human and alien alike. When alien crews were injured, she guided human boarding parties to provide aid rather than destruction. "Do not kill unnecessarily," she broadcast to all human forces. "Disable their ships, save their lives. We fight to defend, not to destroy." This approach confused and demoralized the alien forces. They had expected brutal combat, but the humans fought with a combination of overwhelming power and careful mercy that they had never encountered. Commander Daeho was everywhere at once. His enhanced consciousness spread across the entire battle zone. He could see patterns in the fight that no single mind should have been able to process. He guided human ships to exactly where they needed to be, coordinated attacks with perfect timing, and anticipated enemy movements before they happened. "Admiral," he spoke directly into the mind of Admiral Vox, using abilities that should not have existed. "This war is already over. You cannot win, but you can still save your people." The alien admiral was shaken to find a human voice speaking. Inside his thoughts, "Impossible. Our psychic shields should prevent any mental contact." "Your shields were designed to stop the telepathy, you understand," Daeho replied calmly. "We have become something beyond your experience." As the battle continued, it became clear that the human forces were not just winning, they were teaching. Every alien ship they disabled was repaired and returned to the fight with upgraded systems. Enemy crews found themselves fighting alongside humans who had moments before been their targets. Overmind, Zelana tried to use her collective's psychic powers to break human morale, but when she reached out with her consciousness, she encountered something vast and warm and utterly alien to her experience. It was Earth itself, connected to every human in the battle, supporting them with strength drawn from the planet's core. "What have you become?" she whispered. "What we were always meant to be," replied hundreds of human voices speaking in perfect unison. "Earth's children, coming home." The turning point came when Admiral Vox ordered a desperate charge directly at Earth's surface. 1,000 Calton ships accelerated to ramming speed, intending to break through the human defenses by sheer force. The human response was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Instead of trying to stop the attack, the defending ships seemed to welcome it. As the alien vessels approached Earth's atmosphere, the planet's energy field reached out to embrace them. The attacking ships found themselves caught in currents of pure force that guided them away from populated areas and into safe landing zones. "You wanted to reach Earth," Captain Taewoo's voice reached every alien pilot. "So reach it, see what our world has become." As alien crews emerged from their grounded ships, they found themselves breathing air that made them feel stronger and more alert. Human defenders approached them not with weapons, but with offers of food and medical aid. The enhanced humans shared their technology freely, repairing damaged alien equipment and treating wounded soldiers. For the first time in galactic history, an invasion force found itself being welcomed and cared for by the people they had come to conquer. The battle in space was ending as alien ship after alien ship simply stopped fighting, not because they were defeated, but because they could no longer find a reason to continue. The humans had proven they could win, but instead of pressing their advantage, they offered friendship. General Herthak, his massive battlecruiser surrounded by human ships that could have destroyed it in seconds, finally understood what they were truly facing. "Stand down all weapons," he ordered his fleet. "This is not a war anymore, this is something else entirely." As the great alien armada powered down their weapon systems, Earth's energy field expanded to encompass the entire solar system. For the first time in 3 centuries, ships from dozens of alien species floated peacefully in human space, their crews experiencing the same enhancements that had transformed humanity. The war was over, but something much more important was just beginning. 6 months after the Great Battle, the solar system had become the most peaceful place in the galaxy. Alien crews who had come to destroy Earth now worked alongside humans to build something unprecedented, a truly cooperative civilization. Commander. Deho stood in the council chamber of New Geneva, the crystal city that had grown to accommodate representatives from 47 different species. Through the transparent walls, he could see Calton engineers working with human technicians to design better starships, Vorth soldiers trained with enhanced humans in combat techniques that emphasized protection over destruction. Nexari telepaths shared consciousness-expanding techniques with humans whose minds had already evolved beyond their understanding. "The transformation is spreading faster than we predicted," reported Dr. So-Jin during the morning briefing. Her research had expanded beyond human enhancement to study how Earth's influence was affecting other species. Alien crews who spend time in our solar system are developing enhanced abilities of their own, not the same as ours, but suited to their individual biology. This was the most remarkable discovery of all. Earth's gift was not limited to humanity. The planet seemed to enhance any species that approached it with peaceful intentions. Calton, soldiers became stronger and more disciplined. Vorth technicians developed intuitive understanding of complex systems. Nexari telepaths found their abilities expanded beyond anything their species had achieved before. Captain Taewu was leading joint training exercises with pilots from a dozen different species. "The aliens are natural learners," he reported. "Give them enhanced reflexes and improved spatial awareness, and they adapt to new flight techniques faster than I thought possible." Engineer Min A had perhaps the most important job of all. She was working with alien scientists to understand how Earth's enhancement field functioned. Their goal was to create similar effects on other worlds throughout the galaxy. Earth spent 3 centuries evolving this ability, she explained to the mixed crowd of human and alien researchers. But now that we understand the principles, we can teach other planets to develop similar consciousness. It will take time, but eventually every world in the galaxy could offer the same gifts to its children. The political implications were staggering. Ambassador Ganwu, now serving as humanity's primary diplomatic representative, was in constant communication with governments across the galaxy. The old power structures were crumbling as enhanced individuals proved that cooperation was more effective than domination. The Calton hegemony has officially dissolved, he reported during one council session. Supreme Chancellor Maltharan has stepped down and recommended that Calton worlds join the new cooperative alliance we are establishing. Similar transformations were occurring throughout alien space. The Vorth Empire had become a federation of voluntary member worlds. The Nexari Collective had opened their closed society to outside influence for the first time in millennia. But not everyone welcomed these changes. Admiral Vox, despite experiencing Earth's enhancements himself, remained suspicious of humanity's ultimate goals. "You have made us stronger," he admitted during a private meeting with Deho. "You have shown us new ways to live and work together. But why? What do you gain from this?" Deho smiled. It was a question many aliens asked, unable to understand. "Cooperation without ulterior motives. We gain survival," he answered honestly. Dr. Sojin's research has revealed something important about Earth's enhancements. Our planet was not just preparing us for the war we just fought. It was preparing us for something much bigger. The revelation had come 3 months after the battle, when Sojin analyzed the deepest layers of Earth's consciousness. The planet's awareness extended far beyond the solar system, and it had detected something approaching from the void between galaxies. "There is a threat coming," Deho explained to Admiral Vox. "Something from outside our galaxy entirely. Earth's enhancements were not meant to help us conquer each other. They were meant to prepare us to defend everything we know and love." This knowledge had been shared with all alien governments. The response had been mixed. Some species chose to join the growing alliance, while others retreated into isolation. But those who stayed and worked with humanity found themselves becoming part of something larger than any single civilization had ever achieved. The new alliance was not based on military might or economic dominance. It was built on the principle that every species had unique gifts that could benefit all others when freely shared. Humans contributed their enhanced abilities and Earth's wisdom. Aliens brought their own technologies, cultures, and perspectives. Young Choi Min-ae, now recognized as one of the galaxy's leading terraforming experts, was overseeing projects on dozens of worlds. Each planet was unique, but the goal was always the same: to help worlds develop their own consciousness and ability to enhance their inhabitants. "Every planet is different," she explained to a group of mixed-species colonists preparing to establish a new settlement. "Earth's gifts work for humans because we evolved together. Your new world will develop enhancements suited specifically to your combined biology." The results were already visible on several experimental worlds. Planets colonized by mixed species groups were developing unique characteristics. Some enhanced physical abilities, others improved mental capabilities, and a few showed signs of developing entirely new forms of consciousness. Dr. Sojin's medical research had produced breakthroughs that benefited every known species. Enhanced healing techniques could work on any biology. Disease prevention methods were being shared freely across the galaxy. Even aging itself was being slowed or reversed on worlds with properly developed enhancement fields. "We are not trying to make everyone the same," she explained to a gathering of alien medical professionals. "We are trying to help everyone become the best version of themselves." Captain Taewoo had become something unexpected: a diplomat. His natural charisma and enhanced abilities made him the perfect ambassador to species who respected strength above all else. He traveled constantly between worlds, demonstrating that enhanced humans were protectors, not conquerors. "They always ask the same question," he reported during one of his visits back to Earth. "They want to know if we are going to rule them. When I show them that we have no interest in ruling anyone, they finally start to trust us." But the most important changes were happening in the minds of individuals throughout the galaxy. Enhanced beings, whether human or alien, found themselves naturally cooperating rather than competing. They shared resources without being asked. They helped strangers without expecting reward. They solved problems together that would have taken any single species generations to address alone. Enhancement brings out the best in any species, observed Ambassador Ganwu during a speech to the Reformed Galactic Council. It does not change who you are, it helps you become who you were meant to be. As the second year of the new alliance began, long-range sensors detected the first signs of the approaching threat from beyond the galaxy. Whatever was coming would arrive within a decade, and it would test everything the enhanced civilizations had built together. But humanity and their alien allies were ready. They had learned that strength came not from domination, but from cooperation. They had discovered that the greatest victories were won not by destroying enemies but by transforming them into friends. Commander Deho stood once again on the hill overlooking Earth's first crystal city, but now he was not alone. Representatives from dozens of species stood with him, all enhanced by their own worlds, all united in common purpose. Our ancestors feared that humanity was too dangerous for the galaxy, he said to the mixed group of leaders. They were right to fear us, but not because we were destroyers. He gestured toward the growing city below, where humans and aliens worked side by side to build a future none of them could have imagined alone. They should have feared us because we were teachers, because we would show the galaxy that there was a better way to live, because we would prove that cooperation was stronger than conquest, that enhancement was better than suppression, that diversity was more valuable than uniformity. As if responding to his words, Earth's consciousness pulsed through the enhancement field, touching every enhanced being in the solar system. For a moment, they all shared the same thought, the same vision of what they could accomplish together. The galaxy had tried to stop humanity's return to Earth. Instead, they had learned that some forces are too strong to stop, not because they destroy everything in their path, but because they transform everything they touch into something better. The real war was still coming. But when it arrived, it would face not a divided galaxy of competing species, but a united alliance of enhanced civilizations all working together to protect the home they had learned to share.